Unit 3 In Town.
Hello and welcome to Online Learning with me, Teacher Carlos. Thank you for joining me here today. We will do something a little bit different today. So last lesson we had on our student book, Unit 3, Places in Town. So this time after one lesson, we'll go ahead and work on the exercises the next lesson. So today we will be working on Unit 3, Places in Town, exercises. So that is today's video, and you will need your workbook. So we're going to go student book, workbook, student book, workbook, student book, and then workbook again with our lessons. So with that in mind, please take out your workbook, and we are going to be on page 24. Again, that is page 24. Page 24 should have some pictures of places in town that you should be familiar with, along with our key terms, which are the different new places that we learned in our last video lesson. And we're going to go ahead and be writing today. We're going to be writing our key terms and our key sentences. So if you do not forget, our key sentences were questions based on past tense, like where were you yesterday, or where was he yesterday. So we're talking about yesterday, not today, but yesterday. If today is Wednesday, yesterday is Tuesday. So again, let's go ahead and get that started. Again, the page is 24 on your workbook. You may take out your student book too if you like, and that would be able to give you some help about what answers go in your workbook. So that, again, we are in Unit 3, In Town, Places in Town. Let's get started. Page 24, please. Okay, here we are on page 24, Unit 3, In Town, Lesson 1, Places in Town. So this is what that page should look like. And as you can see, we have our key terms here. And we have to go ahead and number all these places. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first, number 1. Let's take a look at number 1 here. It looks like this lady is shopping. And where do you go shopping? At a grocery store? Maybe, but we get food at the grocery store. Do we go shopping at the hair salon? Maybe not. Library? No, you don't buy books, you borrow books. Maybe it would be the mall, so you buy clothes at the mall, right? So let's go ahead and put number 1 as mall. So let's hope you are writing these correctly. Let's see, number 2. Number 2, we have fresh fruit. We have tomatoes, banana, watermelon. What could this be? If you had said grocery store, that is correct. Grocery store. So we know what that is. Okay, where is number 3? Here's number 3. So we see a big book there. I wonder what that is. Where can you get books? Where can you get books? I believe that would be the library. Library is where you can find books. That's why you see the books here. But you borrow the books. Okay, let's see. Number 4. What is number 4? So number 4 we see here, they're cutting with scissors and different hairstyles. So this must be the hair salon. Hair salon. All right, number 5. We have here number 5. Looks like this girl is about to buy a ticket for this what? Look at this row here. I think it is a film about a dinosaur. Where do you go watch films or movies? We watch them at the movie theater. All right. And the last one, number 6, just by deduction, you should know we use that one, use this one, use this one, use this one, and we used movie theater. So the last one is, what is this? A park. Great, so that part was easy. So the next part, we're going to be moving on to letter B, look and write. So we're going to look at some sentences and we're going to fill out the sentence with the correct place in town by using the pictures that they provide us. So let's go ahead and read some sentences. So this has 3 sentences, 1, 2, 3, and they have complete sentences. So let's go ahead and finish it by putting the correct place. All right, I'll see you there. Here we have letter B, look and write. So we're going to look at these 3 sentences and we're going to see what we got to do. So we have to use these 3 places and put them in the correct place. So just by looking at the picture, you should know exactly where they go. So just by looking at these pictures, you should know which place goes where. But let's go ahead and read the sentence. I was at the, and it has a haircut place. So it has a comb for your hair and scissors. Where does it have comb for your hair and scissors? That would be the hair salon. So I was at the hair salon. Number 2, he was at the, and we have an apple and carrots. Where do you get apples and carrots? At the grocery store. So he was at the grocery store. And the last one, so we have grocery store and hair salon. So the last one is movie theater. She was at the movie theater. And then we have a piece of film right here. So that's how we know it is a movie theater. Great job. See, that was okay. That was pretty easy. So let's go ahead and move on to page 25. So just flip over the page and that would be page 25. We have a little bit more to do here on page 25. We will continue with the letter C. Read and circle true or false. So we have to go ahead and circle the correct answer by reading the 2 sentences we have. So we have a question and answer, and then we look at the picture, and then we circle true or false. So let's go ahead and take a look there. And again, just a reminder, this is page 25. Still lesson 1, exercises, places in town. All right, so this is page 25. Still the same lesson, lesson 1, unit 3, places in town, exercises. So let's look at letter C. Letter C says, read and circle true or false. So we have to look at these pictures, read the sentences, and decide if it's true, correct, or it's false. It's wrong. So for number 1, we have here, it looks like we were at, looks like this is the mall, right? So let's look at the picture. It looks like it's the mall. So let's read the sentence. Okay, so the sentence says, where were you yesterday? Where were you yesterday? I was at the mall. So you notice how they used you in the question? So in the answer, you have to say I. Where were you yesterday? I was at the mall. So is this the mall? Does this look like a mall? Yes, it does. So let's go ahead and circle true or false. So is it true or false? It is true because yes, it is the mall. Yes. Okay. Number 2, it looks like we are at, looks like there's a tomato. Where do you buy tomatoes? Where do you buy fruit? At the grocery store. So let's read number 2. question is, where were you yesterday? I was at the hair salon. Is this the hair salon? No. So do we circle true? No. We circle false. So let's go ahead and circle false. All right. And the last one, looks like we are at, where do you get books? Where do you borrow books? The library. So let's read the sentence. Where were you yesterday? I was at the library. So this is a library. So that is true. Let's go ahead and circle true because it was a library. All right. So true. Great job, guys. So you should be able to know what is true and what is false. So one is correct, one is not correct. So true and false. So let's move on to letter D. We're going to move on to letter D. And letter D is look and write. So we're going to be writing full sentences by looking at the picture that it provides us. So we're going to remember our sentence from our unit 3, right? So I hope you remember the sentence, and then we're going to answer them. So we're going to go ahead and write them down. So this is how you get to practice your sentences. Okay, let's go ahead and finish page 25, letter D. All right, so we finished letter C. Now let's continue to letter D. So let's take a look here at the example. Look and write. So the first example gives you already the question and answer. Well, let's take a look here at the picture. It looks like she is thinking about, what is this? She's thinking about the park, right? She's thinking about the park. So we asked the question, where was she yesterday? So we're going to be using the pronouns he or she. Where was she yesterday? Looks like at the park. She was at the park. So let's go ahead and take a look at letter D. Number 2. So number 2 says, where was he? How do we finish this? By using the word yesterday. Where was he yesterday? Just like this. So let's take a look here. What does this look like? We see some film. You see the film there? He's thinking about the candy in the movie theater. So he was at the movie theater. Perfect. Letter number 3. Where what? Where was she yesterday? Why she? Because it is a girl. Where was she yesterday? She was at the, looks like she's got fruit and vegetables. That's a tomato. Look at the store here. So she was at the grocery store. She was at the grocery store. And then last one, number 4. What is the full sentence? We cannot forget. This is our main key structure sentence. Where was, is it a boy or girl? So it's a boy. Where was he yesterday? And don't forget the question mark. Where was he yesterday? Take a look at that picture where he was buying a shirt. Where did he go shopping for clothes? So he was at the mall. Period. This is a period here. Period, full stop right here. Period. Don't forget your capital H in the beginning of the sentence. Capital letters. So here we have a W and where, capital, because it's the beginning of the sentence. So where was he yesterday? He was at the mall. All right, thank you for joining me. That will do it for our lesson here, for this lesson. So keep in mind, there are two sentences you have to know. Where were you yesterday? And where was he or she yesterday? Don't forget how to answer those questions using the word was. Was is a past tense verb of to be. So I am, I was is past tense. Past tense. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue with past tense this entire unit 3. So keep that in mind. And thank you for joining me. My name is Teacher Carlos here with Online Learning. Have a great day.